Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight video, and today we're going to be talking about Alliance Conquest and about 10 different ways in which the Marvel Future Fight team can improve this piece of content and make it something spectacular. Now, I know right away when you guys hear Alliance Conquest, you're immediately going to disregard everything that I have to say because you think it's a massive time sink and the rewards that you get from this piece of content is not worth the effort that you need to put in. And I completely agree. And for the past 6 months, I've been playing Alliance Conquest competitively at the highest level in Challenger. And I've been having a lot of fun. And one thing that I've been really enjoying about Alliance Conquest, it can be stressful at times, but one thing I've been really enjoying about this piece of content is the fact that it's team-based content. There's nothing else like Alliance Conquest in the game. This piece of content, it doesn't matter how strong you are as an individual, you have to work together as a team to succeed. And I love that about Alliance Conquest. There's no such thing as a one-man army. You can't completely annihilate another alliance by yourself. You all need to work together as a team, and if you don't function as such, you will lose. That's something I know firsthand because we worked our way up all the way to top 10, and then people decided to goof off, didn't show up, and when they showed up, they didn't follow instructions. They were just doing their own thing, and we lost, and we are down back to being in the top 30. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience. I really enjoy Alliance Conquest because of the camaraderie and the teamwork that goes into succeeding versus everything else in the game where you're strong enough on your own, you just clear it by yourself and you're done just like that. I really like the team-based aspect of Alliance Conquest. And I would love to see this piece of content evolve going into 2022. I believe this game mode has a lot of untapped potential, and I'd like to give you guys about 10 different ways I think they can improve this game mode. Now, if you enjoy this video, rather, if you agree with any or all of the points that I'm going to give you today, please consider dropping a like on the video, and I don't say this very often, but consider sharing this video on Twitter or on Facebook or on the official forums for the game in hopes that somebody from the Marvel Future Fight dev team sees this video, sees these points, and actually think carefully about improving Alliance Conquest, because there's a lot of untapped potential here for players to enjoy and also for the Marvel Future Fight development team to make money. Yes, I say to make money. I know when you guys hear, oh, they got to make money, you're immediately going to disregard what I have to say, but it is the truth. This is give and take. They give us something, we give them something. They provide us with a service and we pay them for it. That's how it goes, because if everybody in the game converts to being free to play, guess what happens? Within 6 months, there's no more new updates, and within a year, the server shuts down and the game is dead. So this is a business. So if I'm gonna pitch ideas to improve a piece of content which requires people to work on the game, then obviously they have to be paid for that service. So do keep in mind that in these points that I will be giving, I will be offering suggestions or ways in which they can make money, because it is a service. That being said, let's jump into it. The very first thing that I would love for Alliance Conquest, and I think this would bring in a large amount of players into this piece of content, because currently I personally believe that less than, I would say, 10% of the people playing the game actually play Alliance Conquest. And this is one of the main reasons. Alliance Conquest is auto play only, meaning you select your team and you select the enemy that you fight, and then that is it. You have zero control over the outcome of the fight beyond the fact that your characters are built a certain way. your card stats, your CTPs, that stuff will influence the outcome of the fight. However, you have no control over the order of the skills used, or anything. That is terrible, especially when we already have the means to add manual play to this piece of content. I am not sure why this is not already available. Please consider adding the same function that we already have for timeline survival, Shadowland entry modes, dispatch missions, and all those other pieces of content where we have 3 characters on the field at the same time and we can easily switch between characters. I honestly believe that if manual play was available for Alliance Conquest, that a lot more players would actually participate in this piece of content. So the second thing that I would like to see added to Alliance Conquest to make this game mode more appealing, being able to set up a preferred skill rotation, meaning when you attack and capture a zone, after that zone is sealed and the phase has ended, the battle phase has ended, it would be nice if you could go in and select a preferred skill rotation for your characters that are on the defensive. So if manual play is available, it would be nice if you could set up a skill rotation for your characters on the defensive, so they're not just there using random skills in a random order that is suboptimal. So many times I'm playing Alliance Conquest, or rather watching my characters attacking Alliance Conquest, and they're just spamming their 1s and 2s, the most useless skills in their kit, and I just watch them just die to characters that are far weaker with way less invested. So if you guys could please consider adding a preferred skill rotation for characters that are on the defensive, that would be spectacular. Honestly, I believe that would make this game mode a lot more immersive. Moving on, the third thing that I would like to see added to Alliance Conquest to make this game mode better: preset teams. Yes, I've said this before. I know I'm not the only one. I'm pretty sure every single one of you guys watching this video right now would consider playing Alliance Conquest if you had manual play, a preferred skill rotation, and in addition to that, you had preset teams, kind of like World Boss Ultimate or World Boss Legend. How awesome would it be if in Alliance Conquest, when you come in, let's say for your first round of the first day, you can set up all of your teams that you like to use, and then for the remainder of that season, you would no longer need to scroll through your entire roster and select your teams again, because they would be preset for you. That would save you so much time. It means you could just jump in the game. Alliance Conquest has started. You can come in, and instead of searching for your teams and setting them up as they're attacking randomly, you can set up, jump in, and your teams are already there waiting for you. Now, with the preset teams, there's a lot of characters in the game. What I would suggest, and how they can make a lot of money off this system, is if they made it so that you were getting 10 preset slots. So similar to World Boss Ultimate, where you have 5 preset slots, for Alliance Conquest, I'm thinking maybe they give away 10 slots for free, which is 60 characters, because for Alliance Conquest, unlike World Boss Ultimate or World Boss Legend, where you're using 3 characters at a time, in Alliance Conquest, you're always using 6 characters at a time. There's over 200 characters in the game. I'm thinking it would be really cool if they gave away 10 preset slots and then they sold an additional 20 slots for crystals. And each of those additional slots can cost anywhere from 100 to 150 crystals. Similar to how they sell additional slots for crystals for your ISO sets. I think that would be really, really cool. The same thing that they've done, or rather that they did previously. If you haven't purchased them, they're still available for World Boss Invasion. They sold additional slots here for crystals. I believe there were like 1,500 crystals. maybe 2000. It's been a very long time since I bought these slots, and they were very, very beneficial when I was stacking up on resources. And for Alliance Conquest, something that I play every single week, just being able to preset my teams and have them there for me, that would save me a lot of time. So I know for me, even if it was costing me 100, 150 crystals per slot, I would buy all the slots. So I'm saying, you guys, Netmarble, Marvel Future Fight team, consider adding in preset slots, giving away 10 slots for free, and then selling another 20 or 30 slots. That would be really good. If you just think about it, there's 100 alliances here, right? And pretty much everyone in the top 100 takes Alliance Conquest seriously. Otherwise, they wouldn't be here. Just think about it. If there is 30 preset slots and you're selling 20 of those at 100 or 150 crystals a piece, there's 40 members in each alliance. That is a lot of crystals that people would have to shell out. Well, not have to, but they would want to shell out to save time so they don't have to come in and set up their teams every single time before they battle. The teams would just be there preset from the beginning of the first day of the first phase. That would be really, really cool. It would take away some of the time that you need to sink into Alliance Conquest, and it would make it a nice, smooth, easy transition when you log into the game and there's a battle going on. Preset slots. I'm telling you guys, it's the way of the future. Get with the times. Guys, you can make a lot of money from that. It's gonna be like, what, 2,000 to 3,000 crystals per member when there's 40 members in an alliance? You're talking about what, 80 to 120,000 crystals per alliance. And that's something that you're literally leaving on the table that you could easily be making money from. I'm talking directly to the Marvel Future Fight team. So consider adding preset slots, selling a bunch of them, and giving away some for free. That's it. You give us a little bit, you sell us some, I'm here for it. Shit, I'll just pay for them straight up for crystals. You don't even have to give me any for free, but it would be nice as, you know, a little small gesture to say, hey, we're adding in the preset slots. Here's 10 slots. We're going to sell 20 more slots. And as we get more and more characters, we'll sell more slots and you can make money infinitely. That's the beautiful thing about Alliance Conquest. Alliance Conquest is one of the only pieces of content in the game that allows you to use your entire roster from top to bottom every single week. The next thing I want to suggest is making Alliance Conquest 1v1 instead of 1v1v1, aka 3 alliances in a pool fighting against each other, because I get the idea and I understand what you guys were going for, but that's generally not how Alliance Conquest gets treated these days. Usually when 3 alliances are fighting, 2 of them make deals behind the scene and they team up to make sure that one gets first and one gets second. So it would be nice if Alliance Conquest was changed from being 1v1v1 to just being one-on-one, 2 alliances in a pool fighting each other. That would be amazing. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. There's been so many times that we get tag teamed in Alliance Conquest that is not even funny. But I'm not just asking for myself. Comment down below, guys, if you would prefer Alliance Conquest be one-on-one, mano-a-mano, or do you like Alliance Conquest as it is, where it's 3 alliances in a pool and then 2 of them make deals online or on Discord to team up on another alliance. Let me know if you guys prefer that, because that's generally what happens. The next thing that I want to suggest here is changing Alliance Conquest from a 4-day format to a 2-day format. So currently Alliance Conquest runs from Friday. It runs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Here's the thing. Friday is the end of the week. So most people are very exhausted from work and they just want to go out, have some drinks, spend some time with their family. They come home, they crash. They don't have time to play AC. Monday is the beginning of the week. They don't have time to play AC because they're back at work. I would really prefer if Alliance Conquest was Saturday, Sunday. Even though I generally work on Saturdays, but I know for the majority of people around the world, generally they're off on weekends, Saturday, Sunday. If anything, I would really like it if they would allow us to choose 2 days of the 4 days and participate on those set days. So then we could talk to each other internally and say, okay guys, let's do a poll, who's available on what day? And then we can find out which days are best for us. I know that would be harder to do because then our days would have to line up with other alliances days for us to fight them. So I would say maybe switching it to a 2-day Saturday Sunday format would be really good. The next thing I want to talk about is increasing the rewards, because the rewards currently are not very good. The participation rewards are good, right? Or rather, they have a chance of being really good. Generally, you're getting the stuff at the bottom of the pool here. But I have seen people send me screenshots of them getting Odin's Blessings, CTPs, and premium cards from here. So I know it's possible and it's not just here for show. However, we need the rewards for winning to be better. The gold is nice, especially if you're in Challenger, the gold is nice. However, the Alliance XP and the store XP is absolutely useless because if you're in Challenger, guys, your Alliance and your store is already maxed out. I don't think there's a single alliance that can make it to top 100 that's not maxed alliance level and have their store maxed out. So these two rewards here, they're just useless. The gold is nice though. However, I think they should definitely consider adding crystals in here as a reward instead of the XP. And honestly, I think they should do that for both Challenger and for normal. Let me talk to you guys. In regards to the rewards that I think that they should add here for winning first place, second place, and third place in Challenge, I personally think you can let me know in the comment section that they should replace the XP, both of these XPs, and they should just make it, if you win, 300 crystals for each member of the alliance along with the 8 million gold. If you get second place, 150 crystals. If you get third place, 50 crystals. That would make it so that there is even more of an incentive to actually play this game mode. However, remember what I said previously, because this is 1v1v1, adding crystals in here will definitely make it so that people do shady stuff behind the scenes to team up on one alliance so that they can secure the crystal rewards or the highest amount of crystal rewards. Okay, so that's kind of why I mentioned the fact that I would like it to be 1 versus 1 instead of 1 versus 1 versus 1. Now, outside of top 100, I think they should make it so that if you get first place, you get 50 crystals, and the other two alliances, they just get the gold and the store XP. Because if they don't win outside of top 100, then they're probably not taking the game mode that seriously. So I'm thinking if you win, you get 50 crystals. If you lose, you just get the gold and the store XP like you've been getting. Now, I know right away some of you guys are gonna say adding crystal rewards in Challenger and even in normal will make it so that the rich gets richer and the poor stay poorer. But here's the thing about Alliance Conquest. Remember what I stressed at the beginning of the video. Alliance Conquest is a team-based game mode. It doesn't matter how strong you are as an individual. You have to work together to win. And even as a free-to-play, you can be in a top 100 alliance. You just have to have a good roster and be a team player. Even in my alliance, we have multiple people who are free-to-play. They work hard and they are very valuable members of our alliance. So I personally don't see a problem with crystal rewards being added in Alliance Conquest. Frankly, if you see a problem with crystal rewards being added to Challenger, you should see a problem with crystal rewards being a part of Timeline Battle, because Timeline Battle is mano a mano, every man for himself, dog eat dog. There is no getting help from the stronger members of your alliance in Timeline Battle. You're out there on your own. Versus in Alliance Conquest, even if you're not the strongest member, the stronger members can actually help you get some crystals every single week. Now, speaking directly to the Marvel Future Fight team and how they benefit from giving us some crystals, because like I said previously in this video, this is a give and take relationship. They give us something, we have to give them something in return. So Marvel Future Fight team, the way how you can benefit from this is very simple. Generally, the majority of the players playing this game only build characters for World Boss Legend, Giant Boss Raid, Danger Room Extreme, and maybe Extreme Alliance Battle or Squad Battle, and that's it. They'll occasionally build a few characters for Timeline Battle if they're really strong, a la Dr. Doom, Sentry, Silver Surfer, and a few others. The rest of the characters they skip over as garbage, even if they are very, very good. But what if you made Alliance Conquest actually worth playing? Guess what happens? This would encourage more players to unlock and build up some of those lesser characters. The characters that are not that strong for World Boss Legend, not that strong for Timeline Battle, but actually do very, very well in Alliance Conquest. More players would be building up characters like Heimdall, buying uniforms for characters like Heimdall, gambling for CTPs for characters like Heimdall. Why? Because they would be investing in their roster to get a return of some crystals every single week, even though nothing is guaranteed. They're not guaranteed to get first place, but there would be more incentive for them to build those characters. So uniform sales would go up from Alliance Conquest becoming a mainstream game mode. You would have less players complaining about the game being stale and boring because all they really play is World Boss Legend. The beautiful thing about Alliance Conquest is every week is different. You're fighting different opponents. The characters are built differently. It's not the same mechanics. It's not World Boss Ultimate or World Boss Legend. It's a completely different environment. You're up against different characters, different builds, different teams, and if the rewards were there and the time sink was just a little bit less with the preset teams or less days or both, you would actually have a lot more players playing this piece of content and investing more in their roster. People would probably gamble more for Odin's Blessings because they want those heal Odins to put on their meta characters, or maybe gamble more for those magic or strike Odin's Blessings so they can give their characters more attacks so they can win more fights. Even the artifact system would benefit from this because more people would be gambling to try and get the artifact for Hela, Wolverine, and Gilgamesh. Probably Cersei and Icarus as well if they haven't gotten them already from buying the deluxe packages. So there's so many ways that you guys can benefit from this game mode being mainstream the way how World Boss Legend is mainstream. There's no sense in having over 200 characters in the game and constantly adding more and more when you're missing out and basically leaving money on the floor when it comes to Alliance Conquest. You could be monetizing every single character in the game passively by making this piece of content appealing to the entire player base. By simply putting some crystals in here, you would be pulling in a larger audience. Moving on from the rewards for a moment here, the next thing I would like to see added to Alliance Conquest, and I believe all Alliance leaders out there would agree that this would be a really cool feature to have in this game mode, and that is an Alliance Conquest participation record for each battle phase that details who attacked, where they attacked, and whether or not they succeeded. That would actually help us so much by showing us who's actually showing up for what phases and how successful they are when they do show up. Additionally, at the end of the week, it would be nice if we got a tally of all the attacks that were done by each individual member. And in addition to that, it showed us a win-loss ratio so we can see who the MVP on our team was for that week. That would be really, really good if we could see number of attacks, wins, and losses. So guys, we're gonna wrap up the video right here. Please let me know in the comment section if these ideas were actually solid, good ideas that could convince you to build up your roster, put more CTPs on your characters, and actually participate in Alliance Conquest. Because I honestly believe that with some of these changes, some or all of these changes, a lot more people would take this game mode more seriously, and it could become mainstream the same way how World Boss and World Boss Legend is hailed as a mainstream game mode for Marvel Future Fight. Because whenever we get new characters, the first thing that people always say is, how good is this character in World Boss Legend? 9 out of 10 times, nobody cares how good that character is in PvP. And that's only because the rewards are not there. But if the rewards were better, I honestly believe a lot more characters would get used, and that would make the game a lot more money, because at the end of the day, the game needs money to function. So guys, leave me your thoughts in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.